Hi, I'm your host, Marlo Lemon, and you're listening to Wild Voice, the podcast where I take this voice of mine and share my wild journey with you. Being widowed at 34 with a 15-month-old, most would see as life ending, and instead, I alchemized it and put life back together. Through my own healing, I realized who I am and what I'm here to do. I'm an intuitive energy healer and spiritual teacher, and sharing how I view the world is how I help you upgrade your life and alchemize your journey into magic. Okay, so today's episode, I'm going to do a little off the cuff. I had something planned for today, but with the devastation in California with the fires, I woke up this morning and thought, what would I want someone to share or bring up today, or do with the energy of the collective right now? Would I want to hear some fun spiritual facts or story time, or what I had planned for today, which I'll still share probably next week? Or would I want someone to kind of acknowledge what's going on right now and what we can do to feel different? As a collective, it's fair to say, and especially those of us that know people in California, like friends and family, loved ones, or people that are actually on the front lines being impacted by it in real time. Some feelings could be scared, worried, helpless. And if you're dealing with this on the front lines, those feelings are pretty potent and even more extreme. I didn't realize how many people I love, care about, and know that live in Southern California until yesterday. It puts a lot of things into perspective, and I can relate in the only way I know how, is by feeling into that energy and knowing what I have felt in traumatic, shocking moments myself. So I'm going to cut right to it. Today feels weird. It feels kind of like grief a bit. Like, people are dealing with such hardships, you feel guilty moving into your day or not holding on to that heavy energy. That's a reminder as a collective, we naturally want to be in things together. So what can we do to support the process? Stay in our bodies, not contribute to the chaos, but help ground the energy, especially if we are physically removed from the situation. We can be those people that hold that space to help guide the others that are going through it in real time. So with energy and traumatic moments, our energy moves up and out of our body. Think of it like fight or flight, but our energy. Our energy is like, oh shit, I need to get out of here. So it leaves our body and goes externally, and sometimes much further than we realize. Every time it moves up and out of our body, pull it back down to the center of your stomach. We affect each other even when we aren't around one another in person. So let's use that to our advantage. And the more of us that can stay locked in and grounded, we can do that so we can hold that space for others who are having a hard time. That doesn't mean taking on the weight of the world, but it means attracting more of that grounding and supportive energy by holding that frequency ourselves. Some things we can do when energy feels like it's overtaking the physical self. Deep breaths. That 3-second inhale, 3-second exhale. Now you're probably like, bitch, I know how to breathe. But honestly, a lot of us don't. I'm still working on that, especially in focused, stressful moments, even ones we're excited about. Our breathing gets dysregulated, and the less oxygen we get impacts our nervous system. And our nervous system is what will take our brain and body into a state of panic and fight or flight. And to get through those tough moments long term, we don't need fight or flight. For immediate moments, yes, but it's not the thing that helps us when we need to take action and listen to intuition. And yes, intuition is still even loud in chaotic, stressful moments. So as you take deep breaths, set the intention you are bringing your energy back into your body. When we go through different experiences or emotions, our energy tries to peace out and leave. Where we want it solid and anchored is at the center of our stomach. So when it rises past that, with each breath, each moment, each worry, when we hear bad news, you feel that throat tighten, or your heart start to pound, or you feel unsettled in your body and almost a little lightheaded. This is your energy leaving your body. If you could visualize this, picture yourself and seeing that rise up almost like a liquid, and it's going up past your head and out of your body. When that happens, we feel completely ungrounded and shit spirals from there. Being grounded is so important. It's not just something us spiritual teachers say. It really is intentional. It really has a purpose. It's what keeps our feet on the ground physically and energetically. I love pineapple. Random fact, yes, but if you have ever blended pineapple, it gets super foamy and it expands. Think of your energy like pineapple. And when things happen, it goes into the blender. And now it's foaming up and out. And we don't really know where it's going or how to control how big it's going to get. So when you take your breaths, visualize yourself and the energy foaming up. And with each breath, bring it further and further back down until it gets to the center of your stomach. Your energy could be so far away from you that this might take a bit, but you are pulling it back in from way out there. Be patient with yourself. Just take the time to visualize it, and even if you don't know exactly where it's at or how far it actually goes, intend that with each breath you are pulling it closer and closer. So once you've brought it back into the center of your stomach, visualize it as an expansive ball of gold light. Could also be a gold lotus flower, a balloon, and with each breath just see it expand and contract, but stay solid, grounded, and in place. Now that you are here, you can just keep reminding yourself to take this on, keeping your energy grounded at your stomach. Keep working that muscle memory. Every time you have those moments where your energy is being pulled up and out, go back to this. An added bonus, if you want to contribute to healing as a collective. On top of this, send love and light and energy instead of worry, panic, and chaos. Find gratitude in the chaos and helpers amongst the broken and scary moments. Even if you aren't on the front lines of this, notice the people helping as much as you are noticing the panic and fear. Panic and fear will only paralyze us, and especially those of us removed from it physically. We need to be strong. We need to be those grounding posts. It doesn't mean we don't have our own emotions and how this impacts us. Believe me, I woke up this morning with a pit in my stomach, knowing so many people that I love and care about are dealing with this in a big way. So, all in all, there is some big energy out there. Know that you are here experiencing this in any shape or form because you have something to offer to this moment. So know that in the moments we think our impact doesn't make a difference, just like each grain of sand makes up the beach, each little effort helps. Think about what you can do to contribute to the healing instead of the fear. What can you do to contribute to the overall grounding opposed to the fear and mayhem? What it means is we are going to take our energy and use it to evolve and make bigger the things we want to see. So with that said, if you know of anyone that is in California and is impacted by these fires and needs a little boost or energy hand-holding or a little reset or a little drop-in, to just know that they are not alone and to allow them to get grounded and centered to be able to navigate what comes next. Please send them my way. I'm going to offer complimentary 30-minute check-in sessions for anyone who is on the front lines of this and just needs a little hand-holding. I know what it feels like to feel alone in darkness. And if you know anyone that is feeling that way in California, please, please, please direct them to my email and I'd be happy to help. I know this next little bit is going to be big. The energy is going to continue to be very loud as people navigate and figure out what comes next. So please remind them that there are people in their corner, and I'd be happy to help reconnect them with that overall alignment and as much peace and harmony as possible as they navigate next steps. The nice part with energy work is you don't have to be in person for things to have an impact. Things can be corrected in real time as we settle into this. The collective is powerful. That is why there are stories in history where group prayer can reflect miracles. It allows the space for the actions to take place, for the actions that are going to be the most beneficial, the most impactful. Collectively, we are powerful, and how are we going to use that power? If you're called to, instead of channeling and picking up on chaos and fear from others, channel frequencies of people, places, things that you want to feel like. Embody that persona and know it's available to you the second you are aware of it. My heart goes out to everyone here. Everyone out in this wild world right now, impacted in California and beyond. I am sending so much love and light and intention and aligned actions to start the healing process, even within the dark times. It's still happening. It's just harder to see. Big hugs to all of you. Okay, just because this episode's over, it doesn't mean our time together has to be. Check the show notes on ways for us to stay connected. And one more thing, if you found this episode helpful, I would be so excited if you chose to rate it, review it, like it, share it, or shout it from the rooftops to those you think might align with it. The more soul-aligned we are, the more beautiful, harmonious, and fulfilling this world becomes. We're in this wild ride of life together. Okay, that's all. I'm your host, Marlo Lemon, and you've been listening to Wild Voice.